Howdy, Hoof here. Today we'll be talking about TF2, a game that I'm a big fan of if you couldn't tell by my choice of avatar. I figured it'd be fun, and for today's topic we'll be discussing how the game is not dead yet. TF2 ain't exactly young. It released in 2007, making it 18 years old as of me recording this, and while in some ways it might not seem like a huge accomplishment, it really is becoming more and more a wonder as time passes. And it's something we'll get into. So if you like TF2, Valve games, or video games in general, thanks for being here, and feel free to let me know your thoughts on the matter. But before getting into my reasons why I think the game isn't dead yet, there are some reasons I wanted to acknowledge and get out of the way, just because I think they're talked about a lot and at least worth mentioning. So, first up is the quality of the game. We all know Valve makes amazing games. They've made gaming history multiple times, and in a lot of cases their games end up defining genres. TF2 is no exception. The game is just extremely solid. The gameplay still holds up to this day, but that's been talked about before, so we won't get in on it too much. Personality of the game is also really good. Valve's commitment to making substantial games extends even into the writing, soundtrack, and visual design of their games, and TF2 is no exception. The character designs and design of the game as a whole are iconic, which does contribute to the lifespan of the game. The game is also very accessible. With Valve games, there always tends to be a philosophy of simple, yet deep gameplay mechanics. And those are all definitely reasons why TF2 is not dead yet. But here are some other reasons I thought would be fun to talk about, and hopefully that aren't talked about too often. Hoof's reason number 1, Steam. I'm sure we can all agree that Steam is probably the best, whatever you'd call it, gaming platform, digital storefront, social media, whatever it is, Steam is big, and it's stayed that way because of the lack of competition. And that situation puts TF2 in a really good spot. The game is free after all, and since gaming on PC is best with Steam, that almost guarantees that most PC gamers will at least see the game at one point in their lives. And I think that's a pretty good way to keep the game alive. Hoof's reason number 2, Valve. Now this is a very broad reason, but I'd like to nail it down to the pro-consumer aspects of Valve and the introduction of new hardware. Now I think Valve has always been pretty pro-consumer, I'd say, which probably has to do with their roots as a company. Valve allows mods. They made SFM, which allows the community to make videos and movies with TF2 assets. Heck, they recently released the SDK for TF2, and that's probably a pretty big deal. In general, Valve gives the community a good amount of freedom. And when people like a game and have the ability to make things with that game, it's almost an endless stream of content. And that's good for keeping the game alive. Also, probably worth mentioning that there is hardware Valve released now. And it's really good hardware. And on top of it being really good, it's also mobile, allowing people to play TF2 in more places. I've played TF2 in my fair share of strange places, actually. Now, maybe it's not a huge reason, but I think that potentially could contribute to it as well. Hoof's last reason, the modern gaming industry, and more specifically, how bad it is. That's really all there is to it. I don't think it's much more complicated than that. Valve is able to remain competitive because they make really good games, while the gaming industry as a whole and on average, they just can't. TF2 is a great game right now. TF2 was a great game back then, and right now, there still isn't really any competition. Overwatch was popular at one point, but that turned out pretty poorly. And Marvel Rivals may be the only type of competition, but it feels to me like a different genre altogether almost. So there you have it. Those are all my thoughts on why I think TF2 is still kicking. Please let me know your thoughts. Thank you for watching. Feel free to subscribe if you'd like to talk more about Valve and other gaming things in general. Goodbye.